There was a time when this island roared with life. When thousands of people walked through narrow concrete alleys, surrounded by the densest buildings on the planet. Where sunlight barely reached the ground, trapped between apartment blocks that rose like the walls of a prison. And now, only silence remains. Rusting ruins. And a wind that seems to carry the whispers of a tragedy. This place is real. Its name is Hashima. An artificial island off the coast of Nagasaki, once a symbol of Japan's industrial might, now a ghost city floating in the ocean. Forgotten by many. Hidden by others. Because Hashima is not just a picture of abandonment. It's also a testimony of exploitation, darkness, and secrets Japan would rather not remember. Today, on Sinister Maps, we journey into the island no one inhabits, but everyone should know. An island once nicknamed by its own residents, Gunkanjima, Battleship Island. And it's no coincidence. From the air, Hashima looks like a warship. Compact. Isolated. Fortified by concrete walls that shield it from the sea, and maybe, from memory. But to understand what makes this island truly sinister, we have to go back more than a century. In the late 1800s, Japan discovered something beneath Hashima's seabed more valuable than its views: coal. A lot of coal. And in 1890, the Mitsubishi Corporation bought the entire island. Yes, that Mitsubishi, the one that now makes cars and electronics. But back then, its ambition was different: to turn this rock into a floating mine. And they did. They dug underground tunnels that plunged more than 1,000 meters beneath the sea. And on the surface, they built an entire city to house the workers. Over time, Hashima became one of the most densely populated places on Earth. More than 5,000 people living on less than 1 hectare. With schools, a hospital, a movie theater, a temple, bars, rooftops turned into playgrounds. All crammed between concrete and salt. A vertical city that never slept. But that's not the whole story. Because during World War II, Hashima revealed its darkest side. Mitsubishi, now fueling the Japanese war effort, turned to forced labor. Thousands of Koreans and Chinese prisoners were brought to the island against their will. To live in inhumane conditions. They worked in suffocating tunnels with no light, no ventilation, and temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Many died from accidents, illness, or simple exhaustion. Records are scarce. Official numbers, vague. But it's estimated that hundreds lost their lives on Hashima, and their stories were never told. Even today, there are no plaques. No memorials. Only empty buildings that remember everything. After the war, life returned to Hashima. But it was life on borrowed time. By the 1970s, oil had replaced coal. And in 1974, Mitsubishi shut down the mine. Days later, the island was evacuated entirely. From one day to the next, Hashima was empty. Thousands left behind their homes, their belongings, their memories. And the island was frozen in time. Like an industrial Pompeii. And so it remains to this day. Walls crumble. Roofs collapse. Nature reclaims what concrete once tried to conquer. And amidst the abandonment, rumors rise. Some say the island is cursed. That the spirits of the dead workers still roam the tunnels. That no one can spend a night there without hearing unseen footsteps, whispers among the ruins, shadows that shouldn't be. And for decades, no one was allowed to. No tourists, no researchers, no journalists. Only recently, after a partial restoration of a narrow path, did Japan allow brief, guided visits. That show less than 10% of the island. For safety? Or to hide what they don't want shown? In 2015, UNESCO declared Hashima a World Heritage Site. A recognition that sparked international controversy. Especially from South Korea and China, who demanded that Japan officially acknowledge the use of forced labor on the island. Japan agreed, but never built a monument on Hashima. Not a single mention in tourist routes. Only silence. The kind of silence that screams. And still, Hashima stands. Defying the ocean. Defying forgetfulness. Every crumbling building is a time capsule. Every dark hallway, an invitation to mystery. Every crack in the walls, a witness to what was, and what's trying to be buried. But there's more. In recent years, the island has attracted renewed attention from filmmakers and mystery researchers. In 2012, it was featured as a villain's hideout in the James Bond film Skyfall. A villain among ruins. An unsettling metaphor. Because even in fiction, Hashima represents what no one wants to face. An uncomfortable past. A wound left open. And like many cursed islands around the world, the more you try to silence its history, the louder its echo becomes. Today, no one lives on Hashima. But its shadow lives in all of us. A reminder of what we're capable of building and destroying. Of how progress can turn into prison. And how cities can die, even if their memory doesn't. Is Hashima just a ghost town? Or a monument to everything humanity tries to forget? Where the map turns gray, that's where the mystery begins. If the story of Hashima moved you, subscribe to Sinister Maps. We don't travel for pretty landscapes. We travel through the scars of the earth. Through the places that still whisper, even when no one wants to listen. See you in the next episode. And remember, if the map doesn't show it, it's because someone doesn't want you to find it.